laughed? Why'd you laugh, Scott?
Because he had a monthly
That's cool. What question could you have asked afterwards about that?
Yeah, why'd you name it Poncho?
Right? Why'd you name it Poncho?
It was actually my sister's dog, and it was living at my dad's house. Went and did a mess with some, how can I say, some electrical work that he had done. He goes, that dog is going to the pound. And my sister cried. She went, can you rescue it? So I brought it to my house, and then it was my pet.
Who's got another question to ask him based on what he just said?
How old is
Well, we already asked that, right?
My sister named it. What kind of?
Okay.
So, the name-
Who's got another question we could ask him?
What, you said it's a mutt, like,
It was a
what
straight up
breed,
mutt.
do you know? the type of
Collie,
breed?
we got some collie on it. Yeah.
How many have you?
How old?
Yeah.
How old you have him?
He passed away already, but I think, he was like 6 years.
Who's got another question? Keep
Did you get another dog after Charles?
Yeah, what kind of electrical breed, right?
It's a working dog.
Tell me about your dad. Oh, you must be, did it sound like he was close to his sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like he was really close to his sister, right? So we can ask him all sorts of questions about that. You see where I'm going with this? Right? Suddenly, what otherwise might be a boring or mundane conversation is no longer boring or mundane, right? And all we've gotten to is right here, right? We haven't even gotten to kids yet. We just talked about their pet. Now with kids, you've got to be a little bit careful. Why?
It's a touchy subject.
It can be a touchy subject for some people, right? So we just want to be, if they've given us a sign that they have kids, or they've mentioned that they have kids, or they appear to be of a certain age where they might have kids, we're safer, right? So you're going to use your spidey sense or your intuition about the kids thing, right? But that's going to teach you an awful lot about the person too. What's this thing all about?
What do you do for
We're
work?
professional.
Why do we save what do you do for work till later?
Because we know.
You don't want to be about business right now.
We don't want to be salesy, right? It's not about business, right? It's about getting to know the person, getting them to trust us and like us, right? Now, it is possible to manipulate this technique. I told you, if you do it properly, you will have someone who wants to be your friend at the end of that conversation, okay? Why should we not manipulate it?
Disingenuous?
Yeah, right, I mean, it's one of those things, this is why we save it for so late in this this course. It's one of those things that you really have to have your heart in the right place to use this. Because it can become an incredibly powerful tool that you can manipulate to your own ends, right? And if you do that, that's wrong, right? You're just not being a good person if you're doing that, right? So let's put that out there, okay? But let's keep going about the work question. What other questions can you ask them about work?
How long he's been there,
Okay, what else can you ask them? Keep it going.
responsibility,
Keep it going.
Do you like it?
Title.
peers, company size, business, what they do, how they make money.
How'd you get into it to begin with?
Do you like what you do? All these things, right? All these things. And what's going to happen is the person is literally going to open up. They're going to be trusting you more and more as you ask more and more of those questions. Okay? So it's really powerful, really helpful at that point. There's a million questions you can ask about work. Now, what's this airplane all about?
Travel.
So what are some questions you can ask?
Do you like to travel?
Okay, where have you traveled? What's another one? Where have you gone? What's another one?
Are you planning
Where's your
vacation?
favorite place to go on vacation? What's another one?
Are you planning a vacation?
Are you planning a vacation, right? What's another one?
Best experience.
What's your best vacation experience? Tell me about it. Nice big open-ended question, right? That's a great one that I love to ask. Hey, what's your all-time favorite vacation? Right? And you'll be amazed at the answers you get. Then what's this about? Right? And what's this about?
Hobbies.
Right? It's about their hobbies, right? It's about their sports, their hobbies, the things that they're interested in that they like to do on the side, right? So what's a good question? What's a classic opening question you could ask when it comes to these two things?
Who's your favorite sports team?
Okay, who's your favorite sports team? Now, would you ask that necessarily of a woman?
What do you do for fun?
Okay, why would you say yes? Why would you say
They don't
no?
She
discriminate.
could be in like Texas, and Texans love football.
Could be, right? Why would you say no? Why might you not ask that of a woman?
I don't want it to get awkward.
could be potentially awkward, right? So the thing is here, you've got to use your spidey sense, right? Your spidey sense is going to tell you what are some of the right questions to ask. This stack is just a reminder of the types of questions. What's a safer question than who's your favorite sports team when it comes to these two?
What do you do?
There we go, right? Nice big broad, hey, what do you do for fun?
Yeah.
Universally, everyone in here is going to answer that question right. By the way, please don't take it the wrong way when I say, would you ask it of a woman? I don't mean that in any prejudice kind of way. I say that because I just have practiced the technique of it, and I know that sometimes it misses when you ask that question, who's your favorite sports team? They sometimes really look at this. Sometimes guys do too, but I find it happens more often with women, right? Than it does with men. But if I ask them, hey, what do you do for fun? Universally, I get a good answer. Make sense? Okay. So then, what are the lights about?
But to know how to stop it, continue.
Okay, that's a great one, right? So, when to, and what's the advice you would give, Rodrigo?
Well, it all depends on what they're saying, and how they're responding. Right, if it seems like they want to continue the conversation, go. And if it sounds like, you know, you're getting a little too personal or asking too many questions, just kind of shut it down.
Yep. And so that's it. So paying attention to the person's responses. Makes sense? Asking them questions to kind of keep it going, learning more about them, and doing it from a sincere place. Want to practice it? We've got a couple of minutes before the break. Let's do this. Let's pick a partner in the room, somebody we'd like to get to know better, and just ask them.